sir.
What's going on, man?
It's going.
Yep.
It's nice being able to sit outside and not freeze my balls off.
No kidding.
Getting nice out.
Just this time last week, it was friggin' ungodly, freezing cold.
Freezing, windy,
Snow.
Whatever. And now here we are in spring. Time to cut the grass.
Yeah.
So, before we cut the grass, we will welcome everyone to another episode of The Commute.
Mm-hmm. Where I will be your driver.
And I will be your passenger. Guess we'll have one last reminder.
Yeah.
About
tomorrow.
Our big event tomorrow. Be at Higher Power Yoga and Fitness in Dover, Delaware. Taking a tour, talking to the owner, and participating in hot yoga. So anyone in the area wants to come check it out, join the class, or wait a few days and watch us sweat and fall on our faces.
Yes.
It is Wednesday at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So, Hawaii, tropical paradise. Everybody wants to go to Hawaii, lay in the beautiful white sands.
It's just a long ass plane ride from here, though.
Long plane ride. Just to sit on a beach. And we have beaches,
20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, from us.
I know.
But, it's Hawaii, I get it. However, that white sand that everybody likes to lay in and frolic in and play in, even though it's considered, it is sand, what it really is fish poop.
Okay.
There is a high population there of parrotfish. And what they are, anyone not familiar with, they're fish, and they have what looks like bird beaks at the end of their face. But the beak is fused together at the end. They can't open their beaks. They can suck stuff in through the sides, but they can't open and chew. So what they do is, what they eat is dead coral.
Okay.
So they go up to the dead coral and they scrape at it and peck at it with their beaks to chip it up. And then they have teeth in their throat. They suck it in their mouths, and they have teeth inside their throat that crushes it up. However, the parrotfish do not have stomachs. So everything goes straight through their large intestine, and when they crap, it comes out like a big puff of sand, just sprays out sand. That sand then washes up onto the island to make a beach. And that is where Hawaii gets this wonderful white sand from. From
something that sounds like it's got a tough time even existing.
It's got a bad lot in life. I'm stuck with this beak I can't open. I eat even though I have no stomach. But I thought I don't know if I want to go to Hawaii now, even if it was a short plane ride.
Just to lay on some fish poop.
There is let's see, the number of grains of sand in the world. I'd like to know how they came up with this. Is 7 quintillion 500 quadrillion grains of sand. There's more sand in the seas, lakes, and deserts on Earth than there are stars in the universe. I'd hate to be the guy that audited that job. I mean, I guess they figure...
I don't know, that sounds the opposite. Like, I would think there's more galaxies and stars than there are...
Stars in our universe.
In our universe.
In our universe, yeah. I mean, the stars, I get how they can count. I mean, but sand...
Well, even the stars are an estimate, They've got to be going by, like, the depth,
how many grains of sand per square foot.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Or some kind of...
I wouldn't even know how to write that number up. 7 quintillion 500 quadrillion. Just sounds like something my kid would make up.
Yeah. Well, it's probably one of those numbers where it would take you, like, days and days to finish all the zeros. Just writing, an average number each day. You're the worst.
So Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yesterday, or Sunday, crashed HBO Go.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I thought that was interesting. the servers or whatever got overloaded by people trying to access it.
Wow. Yeah, they said
their
they set a
online
record.
service.
It was the highest watched show since the finale of Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
At 6.6 million viewers.
So the one weird thing about the HBO Go thing is people couldn't be accessing the latest episode. They would have had to been accessing like the previous season, I guess, trying to catch up.
Well, HBO Go, the episode's available as soon as the episode ends.
Oh, as soon as it ends.
Yeah, they even tell you at the end of the episode, now that it's over, catch it again on HBO Go right now. So,
but still, I mean, why would... Yeah, it wouldn't crash. Not at that time of night, it's not going to crash it. I would think earlier, like, usually when websites crash, it's going to be Eastern Standard Time, 7, 8, 9, right around there.
They did say after the episode, between On Demand and the HBO Go, people that wanted to catch it either again or later, and it was another something like 2.2 million viewers. Wow. So maybe that alone is what made it crash. Yeah,
it could have been.
But they got to fix that if they want to have these. I'd be mad if that's how I was catching it.
Yeah. Yeah, if that was, you just missed it and your only way to catch it is on that thing, or maybe like some people have given up subscribing to like a regular cable service. They just subscribe to HBO and that's it.
Yeah. Can you do that?
I don't know.
Just subscribe to HBO?
Or get like the basic plan and subscribe to HBO and then...
I know they said they were talking about it because that's how a lot of people watch their shows. And just because you don't have cable, HBO still wants your ratings.
Right.
So that might be a way to... Oh, what makes him so special?
Hopefully he's getting this bus.
What the bus do?
It was that same fucking bus that came down the block the intersection. So he's either getting him, hopefully, or...
He didn't feel like waiting for the light.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I didn't see him turn, so...
I'll have to see if we have him up ahead with anyone pulled over.
Yeah, the whole server thing is weird. I mean, they always seem to underestimate the amount of people that are going to access a particular service. I mean, with pretty much any, online game that comes out, it's the first, day or two is just, it's unplayable.
A lot of freezing going on.
Yeah, you can't even, if you're lucky enough to even access it.
Wow.
It's just, that's how bad it is.
But it seems like if people are willing to put up with it,
yeah,
they're not going to fix it.
Nope.
They're still going to get their money.
Yeah, no matter what.
But yeah, they were saying the channels are going to start offering one-on, so you can actually soon be able to pick your channel that you want to buy. I only want these channels.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Watch them. However, you're limited to which service carries it. Hulu carries some.
Right.
Netflix carries certain shows, and they have to get past that where it's just everything's available to everybody.
Well, I mean, but that kind of defeats the premium content thing of it, like those self-produced shows like House of Cards for Netflix and...
Well, because that's Netflix producing it.
Right.
So that's... They're trying to do that to get you to subscribe to them. I guess there's no commercial value in it if you put it on another service.
I mean, but then again, on the other side of that is, not too long after that came out, House of Cards, it was on Redbox to rent. So
right, yeah.
That's.
I guess they get sales off of that. They're essentially selling it to Redbox.
Yeah. Who's cashing in on it?
A man named Michael Smith did some research on bee stings. He wanted to find out where's the worst place on your body to get stung, and where's the, I would say best place to get stung, least painful place to get stung. So what he would do is he would get these forceps, grab the bees by the wings, pick them up, and place them on all different parts of his body until the bee would sting him. He would leave the stinger in for about a minute and then take it out and record the pain level.
Couldn't you just ask a tattoo artist? Probably tattooed every part of any anatomy.
Really?
You know? And that's...
I mean, a bee stinger is...
I mean, granted, there's
it hurts worse than a...
Yeah, I mean, there's an amount of poison to it, but...
Poison depth.
I don't know. I would...
But, I mean, if a tattoo hurts worse in one place, a bee sting is going to hurt worse there, too.
You're
They
right.
even tell you with
that's
tattoos.
What I mean.
You didn't even need to ask a tattoo artist. They say before you get a tattoo, you give yourself a pinch test.
Yeah.
You pinch where you're going to get the tattoo, and the worse it hurts.
Right.
When you pinch yourself, the worse it's going to hurt. But he did the real thing with bees.
He went to full 10.
The least, and then he would rate everything on a scale of 1 to 10 on pain level. The least painful areas to get stung are on the skull, the middle toe, and the upper arm. I mean, this guy went individual toes. He went everywhere. Toe I thought would hurt because I stepped on a bee once. And even though it was my toe was the bottom of my foot, it hurt like a bitch, man.
Really?
Oh my God, that hurt so bad. So bad.
Must have just been the part of the foot, because...
Yeah, because if he's specifying middle toe, I guess second toe hurts more. I would imagine a toe is a toe. And really, I would imagine that your big toe would hurt less than your middle toe.
And plus how, whatever rating scale he's given that is not going to be the same for everybody.
Yeah, everyone's different.
Right.
Pain levels. However, the worst places to get stung, and I think that most people would agree on this, just hearing, I mean, I might have been able to tell you this without doing any kind of test, is the nostril. He was placing bees on his nostrils. The lips. The lips would really suck to get stung. And the penis.
Again.
I don't need you to tell me that.
Right.
If you would say, matter of fact, that would have been right on there. Where's the worst place you can get stung?
Yeah, all of these are bad, but these we don't even need to test.
No, I know. I wouldn't, even if I was running that test, I wouldn't be putting bees on my dick.
Right.
I know that's really going to fucking hurt.
Right.
And so he really got specific. I'm thinking even worse would be your nuts. Did he put bees there? I need to know this. I need to contact this guy and say...
see how far he went.
Yeah,
for science.
Were you putting bees on your scrotum and letting them sting away? And he's doing individual toes. Was the right side of your sack worse than the left side? But But I wouldn't even do that. I'd be like, I'll put bees everywhere. Not put them on my dick. I'm guessing butthole would be right up there.
Yeah, where's that test?
Yeah, where's the bee sting butthole test?
That didn't even make the scale?
Because if they get in your pants, good chance you're getting to be in the butthole.
If you happen to be looking for honey.
That would be, we were talking about beehole photos on Twitter. Yeah. That would be my beehole picture. It'd just be a bee
stinging
stuck up my ass.
It's fucking morons. Dude.
Wow.
You just came off of that ramp. The ramp splits the fucking traffic. What is fucking difficult to understand about a fucking flyover ramp?
They split the traffic.
Jesus. Fucking cutting over 4 or 5 fucking lanes for that. It's because you're a fucking idiot.
That's right. Tune in, like and subscribe. You'll hear.
Right. Every day.
So, today in history, April 8th, 563 BC, birth of Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. Wow, the founder of Buddhism. Thought to have lived in India between 563 and 483 BC. That's a good life for back then. Or that's just an estimate, not born and date. That's about when okay.
They don't know exactly.
Yeah, I guess why not?
April 8th is when they celebrate it, and that's...
April 8th, 1994, Kurt Cobain found dead.
Yep.
And the world was upset.
We'll raise you up a little bit, and we take it.
We had a girlfriend at the time. And when it happened, she was all, in tears, and I'm like, really? No.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't even around that long for you to get that upset about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when I knew it had to end. You're gonna cry over dumb shit like this?
You can't get past this point in your life.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to hang with me.
There's gonna be a lot of tears.
You're gonna cry a lot. You're gonna spend every day of the rest of your life with me. Oh.
I'm just looking out for you. I mean,
those tear ducts will be dry.
Yeah. You have to drink a lot of water.
April 8th, 1904. Britain and France sign. You gotta tell me with that one. Entente cordiale.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
It was basically they signed a pact, like a non-aggression pact, to stop fucking with each other over the colonies that they possessed in like North Africa. But really, that began like the friendship between those two nations, who were basically at war since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I mean, sea, land, anything that it took, those two countries were constantly at each other's throats.
A declaration of friendship. That's a good phrase. I like that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Declaration of friendship.
Yeah.
And then April 8th, 2013, Margaret Thatcher, first female prime minister, died.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really are taking me on a roller coaster of emotions here.
Up and down.
Wow, and then up and down and down and up.
Well, it might be, the last one might be up depending on how you felt about Thatcher or Kurt Cobain.
These could all be happy stories, really.
They could be all uppers.
Well, I have a good feel story.
Yeah?
A woman in New York, in Brooklyn, Susan Heifetz, 64-year-old woman, received a birthday card the other day.
Okay.
The odd thing about it is, I guess, it was from her parents. She got a birthday card from her parents.
Mm-hmm.
The odd thing is her parents had been dead for 10 years now. Even more odd, the postmark date on the card was June 26, 1969. It was sent to her parents' address, where she lived way back when, 45 years ago.
Okay.
It was an apartment building. The person that received the letter tracked this woman down.
Gotcha.
And said, I got this card in the mail for you. She said, well, what else is on it? Anything else on the envelope? And he said, there's a kiss mark, a lipstick kiss mark on the back of it. Mm-hmm. And she said right away she started crying because that was her mom's thing at the time. She would seal everything with a kiss, And so he sent it to her, and she opened this card, and sure enough, it was a birthday card from her parents 45 years ago.
Wow.
A couple days later, she gets another letter in the mail, postmarked from back then, from her boyfriend at the time, who was in Vietnam. And it was a handwritten letter, him writing a letter to her. He was overseas at war. And then about a week later, she was
how old?
She was 64 right now.
Yeah.
So she was 19 at the time all these were written.
Huh.
So about a week later, she gets a third letter. It's a birthday card from her brother from 45 years ago.
Did they just drop the fucking mailbag for that building?
The post office said, they interviewed the post office, and their answer was, we have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
They said, we have no idea.
Well tracked.
How, that got lost. And they also said that sometimes people pick up mail goes lost. Mm-hmm. It gets put into these yard sales or antique stores. People buy them and put them back in the mail. But this is all this woman's mail. I mean, from that week.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
Yeah, that had to all be in like the same.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't, if somebody contacted her,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's weird.
Somehow that happened. But she took it as a good sign because she says she's been really thinking about moving to Las Vegas, but she didn't want to move away from the East Coast.
Uh-huh.
And she said she took this as a sign from her family saying that no matter where you go, we'll always be able to track you down. We'll always be able to find you. That's right. So I'd stick around at least another week, see what other kind of letters come.
Yeah, exactly. Has she got all her mail yet? I wouldn't want to move yet. That could be.
Find out. There might be a check in the mail.
Right. You never know.
that check long ago that would have made her mega rich, $10,000 check.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping was in like the birthday card, was like a rare $2 bill or something that was
something she could profit off of.
Right.
45 years ago, I would have been rich with this money. Now,
I'm taking this money to Vegas.
I'm putting it all in red.
Red for lipstick.
Another, I guess you could say, good feel story.
Yeah.
Is a Long Island nursing home is getting sued. That's not the good part of the story. They're getting sued because they were hiring male strippers for the old ladies that live there. This 65-year-old guy goes in, his mom lives there. His mom's 85. And he finds this picture of this beefy, muscular stripper straddling his 85-year-old mother, and she's cramming dollar bills down his pants. So he brings it to one of the people that works there and says, hey, what the hell is going on here? And they try to snatch it out of his hand. They tried to rip it right out of his hand. Like, oh. So he takes it back, and he makes a thing of it. He gets a lawyer involved. And he said that he's suing because his poor mother, who has been a devout Baptist her whole life, and she was afraid when this tall, muscular, half-naked man was approaching her, and she didn't know what for. Let me tell you what, Grandma knew exactly what for.
Well, she probably wasn't afraid when she, broke that 10 or 20 to get those ones.
Right? That's what I'm saying. And she was just like stuffing it down. She knew what it was. And they're claiming that the staff was hiring them for their own amusement, to watch these strippers mess with all these old people. But, this is how they found out. These old people weren't complaining. Mm-hmm. And they certainly weren't going to tell their kids that threw them in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're going to stop my fun.
Well, and not enough to, like, take the picture down.
Yeah, they're putting it up like, hey, this was my night out. We played bingo, ate some meatloaf, and
memories.
Had some strippers. Good for Grandma. I'm proud of her. It's just a good thing. That makes me want to do that. I want to go to a nursing home and bring a bunch of strippers with me. Hey, go at it, old people. Have fun.
A little spark.
Have fun. We'll split the rooms up. We'll have an old woman side and an old guy side.
Yeah.
Those old men would dig it, man. My grandfather was a pervert till the day he died.
He was waiting for something like that.
Yeah, if I would have showed up at his place with strippers, I'd have been a favorite grandkid. Damn, I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Hindsight.
So, a new thing in the UK that's getting pretty popular is dry bars. So they're bars, you go, you hang out, you do whatever, but every drink you buy has no liquor in it. And people are enjoying it because they get the bar experience without the liquor. But you can go to a bar and get something non-alcoholic if you want.
Isn't that just like a pub that they already had?
Yeah. And I guess you're just not... I guess maybe you don't have to deal with...
There's no peer pressure.
Drunken idiots or...
I guess.
Whatever. But they said that since they've been doing that, drinking has gone down between 11 and 12% in the area. So it is less than drinking, and people are opting to go to these places than an actual bar. There is also one that just opened in Chicago that's doing very well.
It's just a dry bar.
It's a juice bar, essentially. You know what I mean? It's a place that just sells. But I don't know. It's got to be the atmosphere thing. I guess they want that atmosphere. Don't want to be around liquor. They said, and I can see this. One thing it is good for, it helps people who are in recovery, who would go to bars every day and drink. They can still go to a bar,
I guess, but
and not worry about drinking.
None of their friends are going to be there.
No, unless they're in recovery too. Maybe they did it as a group recovery.
Yeah. That's really strange. How is that different from just a restaurant?
It's no different than anywhere where you can get a glass of water from. hey, give me a virgin this, a virgin that. That's all. And I guess if you don't have the willpower to say that, and I'm guessing that you can probably go to someplace next door that does sell that if you're that tempted. You know, I just don't get it.
Nah, that really doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, the other thing I was thinking is it could be people who aren't of drinking age is a place for them to go hang out. But they're saying the drinking is down 12%, so I don't know.
And I think the drinking age there is lower too. It's like 16.
Oh yeah. Over there, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago now.
It's now 21.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do well, easier for them, I guess. I mean, if they're opening these places and they're selling the crap.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely good for them. But if I just want to sit down and have a slushy, I'll do it in my house.
Yeah,
you know, which is why I keep going back to the atmospheres thing. You know, like to me, there's no other reason to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I could see if it was like an internet cafe or something.
Yeah, if it had some other niche to it.
Yeah,
But I can't imagine, calling you up, hey, it's Friday night, you want to go hang out at the dry bar? No.
I'm busy.
I got drinking to do.
Busy buying liquor and then drinking it all.
I'll be at the liquor store. I'll be right next door to you, though. We can drive together, but we're going separate places.
That's weird.
Yeah. However, if you do want some liquor, I found a really cool way to open a wine bottle if you don't have a corkscrew.
Okay.
If it has any wrapping on top of the cork, take the wrapping off. And you get your shoe and you place, have you seen this?
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
You put the wine bottle in the shoe, bottom towards it, and just bang it against a wall.
Yeah.
And the cork comes right out.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only way I'm opening my wine from now on.
Yeah.
Smash it against my wall.
I forget where I saw that.
You gotta bang it like 6-7 times.
But it's still...
It comes out and then you just pull it right out.
Or like if you're stuck without like a corkscrew or something.
Yeah. My luck, I'll be throwing it and it's a twist off. Fuck, man. Holes in my wall.
Bullshit.
Dripping sweat.
Fucking life hacks. Never work.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's always pretty cool. That and the I like the saber opening and the fucking champagne.
That's cool. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
It's practice, just like anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, you do it enough times, you figure it out.
Yeah.
You got it at a certain angle. And
I just see a lot of blood happening if I do it. Even though everything's behind you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as you don't aim at your thumb and you're not grabbing the bottle tight, if it...
fucking air and...
Yeah. If you're not choking up on it, it should be fine.
Although I guess it wouldn't be that hard because champagne corks like expose over top of the edge. They have like a knob on them.
Well,
catch that knob right.
Yeah, well, the thing with a saber opening, it exploits like the way the bottle's made, because how the bottle comes together, the glass itself, there's like a seam, and that's what you're aiming for. You follow that seam all the way up, and it'll, it's weaker at that point, and if you hit it at that angle, it'll pop right off.
Well, it sounds like we need to have a liquor bottle opening party. We'll just open liquor all different ways.
Yeah.
Smash them against boats. Sabers, shoes and walls.
Yeah. That'll definitely be safe.
After 3 bottles, we can hit each other's heads.
Man, I love champagne. That shit is just...
I love champagne, but it gives me a headache.
Yep.
Like none other, man. It's just... And quick. It's not like I wake up with a headache. I have it before I go to bed.
Yep.
But it's so tasty.
It is.
Although New Year's I did pretty good. I don't think I got a headache from a New Year's.
Oh, yeah?
I mean...
Did we have that New Year's?
Yeah, remember you brought over a bottle?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we needed like 2, and then we would have headaches from that.
But I thought that was going to do it in because we had a good mix of liquor that night.
Yeah, that was in the extreme.
So Stephen Hawking, tell me about his no black holes theory.
Yeah, he's saying that the quantum mechanics of the event horizon, which is basically the point of no return for a black hole, where
you're going to get sucked in.
Yeah, you can't go past that. Well, he's saying the quantum mechanics of that, the calculations for that, it can't. It's not right. Like, it doesn't work, and because of that, there's no such thing as a black hole.
So he's saying they don't suck you in, or
no? He's saying
the
that
proximity is off.
No, that it's not a thing, because they based the calculation of a black hole on how the event horizon, like the mechanics of that, and because that doesn't exist, they need to find a new way to explain what that is, that phenomenon.
It seems like he's been going back on a lot of stuff he's previously said lately. He comes up with these, not to say he's wrong, I mean, he would know better than anybody, but it just seems like all these years he's been saying this mind-blowing stuff, and now it's like, ugh, about that?
I've been doing some thinking.
Yeah, I was way off.
Makes for a good scientist, though. I mean,
yeah, oh man, I anytime he has something to say, I'm going to listen to it,
that's because he goes back and questions things that he followed through with, and
he's not hard-headed. He's not like, nope, that's the way it is, I found it out.
Yeah, everybody else can suck it. Don't try to take it any further.
It says it sucks in matter and it comes out in another form.
Right. So they need a different way to describe how that process works, and that's what he's saying.
So he's not saying it breaks.
He's saying
up?
It happened. No, he's saying it goes in and it comes out as something else. It has to.
So they don't have. Well, obviously they don't have proof of it, but.
No, it's all. I mean, black holes themselves are theoretical. There's no.
Yeah, right.
No one's ever seen one.
Kendra said she would volunteer to go in one.
Okay.
Send her up and go in. I say bad idea.
Yeah, that's talk about a one-way ticket.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, but if it's not, then we would know. I'm like, yeah, but if it is, you're dead.
Well,
it wouldn't bother me then.
It wouldn't it would bother you in the process.
Yeah. And God knows how slow of a death it is, Yeah,
who knows? I mean, and there's any number of other things it could be, too, but let's say you go into it and you make it through to the other side, to another universe. Well, you're in the middle of another universe.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I told her. I said, what if the radio doesn't work?
Yeah,
you're like, I'm okay. Guys, Houston.
Ground control.
She's
and who knows what the laws of nature are in that other universe? Yeah. I mean, those might not even be anything. Your matter might be antimatter there.
Mm-hmm. Well, how cool would it be if you went to another universe and you were like a god? Of course. You had these powers, and that would be worth it. That's right. I am your god. I come from the universe Black Julio. I've put bees there.
I've stung them on myself. I've made sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't mind doing in space, but black hole, no.
Yeah, if it's anything close to, and even going back on that theory doesn't make it less dangerous.
No, yeah, it's still a dangerous thing.
It's still the most powerful thing that exists in the universe.
And if you're going to put a person through there, we'll just send cameras through. If a person's going to go through, a camera's going to go through. Now we know.
Yeah.
Well, with that job, just throwing shit in a black hole, all different stuff.
Well, supposedly the center of every galaxy is a supergiant black hole.
Right. Supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to go there and start throwing shit in it. We'll throw our empty wine bottles in there. We'll go up there. We'll have the liquor opening party.
Did you see that episode of The Simpsons where like they've got like a black hole and they just start throwing shit in it?
No.
Yeah. I forget where it popped up, but there's like a miniature black hole pops up and they just start throwing everything in it. Anything they don't want, they just start throwing.
Make it easy to clean. My God, my kid would like to have one in her bedroom. Oh, clean my room. You got it. Amazon Fresh.
Amazon Fresh?
Amazon
Is that
Fresh.
the grocery thing?
That's their grocery thing. They opened it about a year ago, where you can buy groceries off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just came out with a wand. You have a black wand, and when you're running out of something, you scan the barcode, and it throws it in your cart for you. And then when you're ready to order your groceries, you go to your cart, you say send it, and the truck comes up and brings you your groceries.
You start getting hungry, you gotta go around the house like fucking Harry Potter and touching all your shit.
Well, the thing is, not everything has a barcode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take stuff out.
Well, also, if you're fucking out of shit, you threw it away. Where's the fucking barcode?
Right, it's like, oh, I'm getting low on this, let me... I mean, if you're opening the last box of pasta, okay,
right, then you
there it is. Scan, scan, scan.
Nobody does that.
Or why not just go to the site and add it, you know?
Because you're going to have to go anyway to pay for it and order it.
Right. We don't have to worry about it too much, though, because we're only beta testing it in Northern and Southern California right now.
Yeah, well, that's a dumbass idea with a fucking wand.
I want the thing we talked about in the subway where it's digital and you just scan it with your phone.
That's practical. That's fucking, that makes sense. You get, you scan something in and it comes out at the other end of the commute.
By having a screen of everything in front of you, you can buy everything.
Right.
This limits you to what you currently have in your house that you want more of.
Yeah.
You know? And some barcodes are specific to stores. You're not going to be able to scan chicken.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's my last pack of chicken. Scan. Sorry, this is Amazon, not Acme.
Well, maybe they give you like a sheet of barcodes of like generic things, and then they give you, you know, you scan those generic things in from a piece of paper or a chart or something.
Could be.
You know, if I'm out of chicken, I'm going to scan the chicken thing, and then later you put in how much you need.
But it just seems unnecessary.
It is unnecessary.
I see them trying to become more advanced in food shopping, but I think they went about it wrong. I think that's kind of why they went about it so small.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, that's why the beta test is what it is.
But they have their own trucks and everything. Little
delivery trucks.
Amazon Fresh truck pulls up in front of your house. They deliver. It doesn't come UPS or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think you can really ship like fresh crap through like UPS. I guess you could. It doesn't really matter, but
I don't know. Don't they ask you when you bring it? Do you have anything perishable?
That's what I thought. But
I know the post office asks you.
I don't know if that's just going to like a foreign country.
No, because I've mailed stuff I've sold on eBay. Like, do you have anything poisonous, perishable, or explosive in here?
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah, all three.
Yeah. Poisonous, explosive berries.
It's a bad head of lettuce. It's about to explode. Oh, that's just genius. And wake up. She was all like... Oh, man. Yeah, so that whole Amazon thing, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem any more convenient.
I appreciate the effort, but...
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Innovate that way. I mean, that would be interesting.
But pinpoint it.
I mean, I guess ultimately the goal would be to get rid of supermarkets. You know, going there.
I guess they'll store all the stuff. The other thing is, I don't want people picking out certain foods for me. You know, you can shop at Acme online. You can shop online, and when you get there, they have it all waiting for you. But that means some kid went out and picked your shit for you. And, you know, like fruits and vegetables,
well,
I want to pick out myself.
Who would you trust more? Like an employee from Amazon Fresh or somebody from Acme?
I would trust someone from Acme if their goal was to make sure you got the freshest fruit or vegetables out there. But if it's some person that doesn't give a fuck about their job and they're mad that you want 3 peppers, you fucking 3 peppers, tie it up, and then I gotta go back and complain and.
That's gonna be the thing. Like the first few years is gonna be them screwing up.
Yeah.
That way, getting rid of those employees,
right?
And bringing them back. I mean, there have to be all kinds.
You have so many complaints and then you're fired.
Yeah, there'd have to be all kinds of supervision for the people doing that kind of shopping, or I don't know. I mean, there already is like a rigorous thing before it even ends up in Acme. I mean, like they throw away like 80 or 90% of what they take in. It's only like the stuff that looks perfect is what goes on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Not what tastes the best. It's just what looks perfect.
And then when it goes bad, it goes bad.
Yeah. Which is like
unless it's Food Line. Food Line will let their shit rot until someone buys it off the shelf.
Oh God, man. Yeah, that was one thing, man. There was the Acme I worked when I was a teenager. That was one of our fucking things. We were taking down this tomato table, and that's all it was just tomatoes on this table, and it had like a, I don't know, some kind of mesh, like rubberized stuff that blocked it I guess so the crap would drain off of it. Well, we had to take all that stuff off and put new stuff on. Took all those things down, and the whole, like, there was like a shelf underneath. That whole thing was covered in maggots.
Oh.
The whole thing, dude. It was just a fucking writhing heap of fucking maggots on there. Oh my God, dude. We threw that whole table out the fucking back door and fucking hosed the whole thing down. Because they still wanted it back in there.
No, you gotta get rid of that table.
No.
You can scrub it with bleach all you want.
That's what it did. It was sat out in the back. It got sprayed off, scrubbed down.
And it was wood?
Yep.
I mean, if it was metal, maybe you could sanitize it and put it back out, but no, wood's just going to absorb all that slime and
right back in.
Disgusting.
Your fresh tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure now they have metal replacements.
I hope so.
For that. I don't think so though. If you look at, I think the Acme by us, I think all our tables are wood.
Wood? Yeah, I think you're right.
But they probably clean them off or something. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean,
I've never seen anything like there that. For
oh yeah, it was generations of them. It's just one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Right, I'm gonna change the subject. In Uganda, there was a 2,204-pound crocodile going around.
What?
It ate 4 people.
Yeah.
It was frightening them to the point where a lot of people out there fish for their food, and they weren't going fishing. They were like, no, we'll starve. We're not messing with this big-ass crocodile.
Yeah.
And they ended up hunting it down. It took them 4 days to catch it. And they caught it. They didn't kill it.
Mm-hmm.
They caught this thing. And they tied it all up in ropes. And then they brought it to in one of their national parks and let it go. It just doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, I mean,
is he just going to come out of the park?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if crocodiles are like that. Do they stay in their location, or do they go back to where they were? I mean, some animals have that ingrained thing where they go back to their old hunting ground.
Especially if there's people there to eat.
Yeah.
But in a national park, aren't people going to be walking around a national park?
Right. Well, maybe it's like a nature preserve or something.
Yeah,
like that.
maybe. It didn't say. It's Murchison Falls National Park. But they said the crocodile was about 80 years old. 80-year-old crocodile.
They live like 120 or something.
I don't know.
Reptiles are around for a long time.
Yeah. It was 103 pounds lighter than the record for a crocodile.
103 pounds lighter?
Mm-hmm. So the record would be 2,307 pounds for a crocodile. 1 ton. Wow. Dude, this thing was huge. Like, You could lay down in its mouth. You know, you open it up, and I'm gonna take a nap inside this guy's.
4 people did.
Yeah, they ate 4 people. I just swallowed them whole. You'd probably pull them out if they weren't there too long.
Yeah. Man.
The whole idea of the people not fishing reminded me of those horror movies, you know, where the alligator is in the town. And
well, there was that one movie with the giant crocodile.
yeah, I can't think of the name of it. Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
Yeah, it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
This big alligator head on the cover coming out of the water.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't waste your time.
I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't staying up.
It was an alligator, you know, eating people.
Right.
Bigger than this, though. He had to be bigger than that.
Yeah.
But they made a bunch of sequels to them, too.
Why?
Well, they'll make a sequel about anything.
Yeah, well, that's the summer of movies is.
Yeah,
it's all sequels. There's like no original.
All sequels. Why come up with something original?
Yeah.
It's either a sequel or a remake.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, I think this summer it's all sequels. I don't think there's any.
Yeah. Then you got Avengers.
All the time.
You got Captain America,
Avengers
Spider-Man.
Is this summer?
No, it's next year.
Yeah, it's gotta be because that would be way hyped up more than it is if it's coming in the summer.
I know they're filming it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, them on set.
Yeah, it's some Ultron or something. Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but is that a good bad guy to fight?
He's more powerful than pretty much anybody. Yeah, it's you don't want to fuck with him. I
don't know. More powerful than like the things that were in like the Thor sequel?
Yeah, he would fight with Silver Surfer a lot. Silver Surfer couldn't handle him. Silver Surfer can eat up planets.
Right.
So.
Well, I thought he was No, I thought Silver Surfer went ahead of the guy that ate the planets. Like he told people that he was coming. He was like the harbinger or something. Am I thinking of something else?
Wasn't he? I thought he was the one. He was going through and just fucking up planets. I don't remember. They were bad movies. This is Fantastic Four. They go to Fantastic No More, which they're remaking.
They're remaking the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear about that? Oh yeah, looks horrible. Just cast alone looks horrible.
Oh, who's in that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Teenagers or whatever.
Oh, okay.
We're
cashing in on that.
Actors that are in other shit I've never seen. I'm supposed to know who they are, but I don't.
And it was a shame about those movies because I like some of the actors I liked in the Fantastic Four movies, like the guy that was Mr. Fantastic. What's his name?
I forget his name.
Ian Rowan something. But he was the guy that was in Horatio Hornblower.
Okay.
That whole series.
No, he's good. Michael Chiklis, I like him.
Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah, who was the chick that was in it? Blondie tight pants or whatever her name was.
I've seen her before.
Yeah, she was entertaining to look at.
And then the guy was Captain America, right? The other guy.
Which I don't like when they do that. He's now been 2 superheroes.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Just like, what's his name? The guy that played the Green Lantern.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
He was the bad guy in X-Men. He's been a villain and a superhero.
He was a bad guy in X-Men?
He was, what's his name? The guy that didn't have any mouth. And he had like swords for arms. He was in
guy with no mouth and swords for arms. I didn't see whatever X-Men. I didn't see that X-Men.
Deathstrike? No?
Yeah. Was that like a Wolverine one or something?
No, it was X.
I think that was a Wolverine thing. It had to have been. Because I've seen like the X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah, I think it was. It was maybe it was the first Wolverine movie. I don't know. They're all blending now.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds. That's
there you go. That fucking douchebag. I can't stand him. Mainly because he reminds me of that comedian, and I fucking hate that guy.
I hate him, Dane Cook.
Yeah.
I hate Dane Cook. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Reynolds.
They look similar. They remind me of each other, so I can't.
Hate the face.
Yeah, it's just, I'm done with it.
Hate the face.
I can't deal with it. Although he was good in it was basically Men in Black, but they were the undead sheriff.
Oh, I didn't see that one yet.
It's not bad.
Yeah?
It's not horrible.
Carmela wanted to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's that kind of thing.
It was like...
It's not good, but it's not bad.
NYPD Dead or whatever it's called.
R.I.P.D.
R.I.P.D. I like NYPD Dead better.
Yeah, that would have been a better title.
And they sold more tickets.
Yeah.
We'll stick with animals. PETA wants to buy Jeffrey Dahmer's home, and they want to turn it into a vegan restaurant. The home where he murdered his first victim is for sale for $295,000. So PETA said, hey, it's a building with a dark past. Let's turn it into a celebration of culinary compassion.
And just serve anti-meat the whole time.
Yeah, and they want to call it Eat for Life Home Cooking. The reason they want to do that is they're comparing what Jeffrey Dahmer did to people to what people do to animals to eat them. So the people that are selling the home, or the group or person or bank, whoever, told PETA, that's a really good idea. Give us $295,000 and it's all yours. PETA expected them to be like, yeah, here, this is fantastic. Yeah, and they said no.
I get the wrong agency for that.
Yeah.
Talk about something that needs rebranding. It's PETA.
Why would you say they need rebranded?
Well, it's just, they're known for all kinds of extreme, things on behalf of animals. But I don't know. Did you ever see that movie? There was a Jeffrey Dahmer movie with the dude that was in the latest Bourne Identity movie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And he was in that bomb disposal Iraq movie. Right? Yeah, the fucking
Hawk
whatever the fuck guy with the bow and arrow in the middle of all this shit. Yeah, that dude. Well, he's in like this Jeffrey Dahmer. I think it's just called Dahmer.
I've seen the movie in the video store. Video stores.
I started watching it. Like I got like 45 in. I just haven't got back to it.
Was he Dahmer?
Yeah. It was pretty good.
I never saw it.
It was interesting.
All right. Well.
Yep.
That'll do it for today. We ups and downs and highs and lows. We'll end it with eating people. Or not, depending on what PETA wants to do.
Because we had Mickey Motos, so.
So full today, so yummy.
Comfortable.
So, all right, well, definitely check us out on Facebook. Like our page at Commute. Follow us on YouTube, the Commute Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Driver Passenger. Send us an email, thecommutepodcast@comcast.net, and check out our website, tocommute.com. That's TWO commute.com. Let's go meet some people.